Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Pride Podcast, episode 398 on the Blue Wire Network. I am your host, Tyler, joined by my two guys, as always, Mr. Malcolm Hart. Here, boys, how are we feeling after that sluggish of a game?
I need like 4 drinks right now, bro.
You want to crack that Lions fireball that we promised Newmark that,
No.
we can crack it now if we need to.
No, it's all right. We'll pass on that right now. Malcolm,
Okay.
How are you, bro?
Man, shit. Man, I don't know. The way I feel right now, I'm just hoping and praying to all the football gods that this is rust. And maybe it was just one of those games one of the fluke games, those week 1 games that are weird. And hopefully we never see a game like that again. That's what I'm just hoping.
Before we get into some more talk on this game, here I know you have some injury updates you want to get into. So we can go ahead and do that.
Terrion Arnold was ruled out with a groin injury, something to monitor this week when they face Chicago next week. CV practices this week. I don't know if any other injuries happened. The only one that was reported was Terrion Arnold. So we'll see what happens there.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I just want to mention this is kind of bold. I mean, we don't even play Philly.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, we do play Philly. When do we
but it's
play
not
Philly?
until November.
Not until November? Oh, shit. Well, damn. You're right. If we do play against right, lose by 100. I take it back. You win. God damn it.
All right. That's besides the point. All right, let's just get into this game. All right, about the Green Bay Packers. Let's just start off with the offense because I mean they essentially, didn't score a touchdown until the very end, where I think Tesla ended up getting his first career touchdown, which was a very nice catch. Very, very nice catch. Doesn't want to, let it breeze by. They end up getting a touchdown today, but overall today, very sluggish day. Was able to get into the red zone a couple times, but not able to cash in. Pierre, I guess, what was the first thoughts looking at this Lions offense today? What was the big difference? Because this did not look like the Detroit Lions offense.
I have two big differences. One, John Moran is just fucking calling deep routes, and if they're not there, it's a Gibbs dump off, and you can't do that, bro. You can't have like 3 guys going deep and 1 guy going short. It's like the Joe Lombardi shit. Remember that?
I remember that.
That's what he did. And Campbell just said we dialed up a lot of deep shots, felt like we would have got one, but we never got one. Adjust. All right, there's that. And then another thing is they have young guards, and these young guards, obviously, they'll get better as time goes on, but they cannot handle stunts. And Graham Glasgow struggled today at center, in the running game at least. And the stunts fucked him up. They couldn't stop him. And Dennis Allen's going to see that on tape, and he's going to run the same shit next week, and they better be ready for it. Every team's it's a copycat league, bro. You got to fix that shit ASAP, or man, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, it'll be a rinse and repeat, like you said, if they don't fix it. I mean, that's how it's in any case. Like in NFL, when you show something of a weakness, teams are going to exploit that until you show that you could adjust. And it's week 1. Obviously, this is the first test of the year, so it's like, yes, teams right now we're going to do that, but the Lions could still adjust. But we'll kick it off to you, Malcolm. Like, what did you see today offensively that was so different? Just could never get it really clicking all game today.
Offensively, all right. So just looking at offensively, we got to talk about that offensive line, that interior offensive line. I think that's what gave Goff a lot of problems. Even though number-wise, you look at numbers like, oh, you didn't do that bad. Those are just dump-offs to Gibbs. It's like they were looking deep and there was nothing there. It was like a dump-off. Watching this game and everything that I had a concern about, everything I had a question about as far as, how are we going to play without Ben Johnson? Ben Johnson not being the play caller in this offense, or, the Frank Ragnow. Now we have a whole different interior offensive line. How's it going to play out? It showed. Our running game went absolutely nowhere this game. I think Gibbs averaged like 2.6, and then Monty averaged like somewhere around like 3 yards. It was just both of them
worse. You want the numbers?
Yeah, what's the actual numbers, man? Because I know it's terrible.
Yeah,
I know it's terrible.
We had Montgomery with 11. Yeah, Montgomery had 11 carries, 25 yards, 2.3 average, long of 6. Gibbs had 9 carries, 19 yards, 2.1 average, a long of 14.
Like the last time our running game was that bad under Ben Johnson was absolutely never. We never had a game like this under Ben Johnson. Oh, as far as our running game never was this bad. As far as them not getting yards, no touchdowns. Yo, it was to a point when we had, in the past, Gibbs and Monty were like an automatic touchdown. Like if you're betting games, if you put anytime touchdown, Monty or Gibbs, you're always gonna cash out because those guys were always getting into the end zone. This game, we didn't score any points. Like we kicked 2 field goals. Like it hasn't been this bad since Dan Campbell called plays for us, man. I'm praying, hoping this is just Russ and this is just week 1. But if we have to go through a whole season like this, buckle up, buddy.
Bro, you got the Bears defense and you got the Ravens defense. Those are 2 really good defenses. They have to get this shit cleaned up fast.
If we played Baltimore anywhere like this.
Baltimore's in week 3.
I know.
You got to get this shit cleaned up ASAP, bro.
If we play Baltimore anywhere like this, we're gonna lose by like 40 points. If we play Baltimore like this.
I mean, like another thing I don't like is like the Gibbs 10 catches. Like obviously something's. I said this at the beginning, but those route combinations really pissed me off, bro. You have Jamison Williams, who you just paid $27 million to. Yep. He had 4 catches on 5 targets, but honestly, those like those throws were all short of the sticks. It didn't seem like anything was like deep or anything like that, right? Amon-Ra St. Brown, 4 catches, 45. Laporta expected 6% down, but man, the run game, you're right, 22 carries for 46 yards.
That's where the offense starts. And that's where the offense starts, and that's where when they get into the swagger mode is once they get that running game going, and they tried to their credit, they tried to get that running game going, and they couldn't get it going, and that's a credit to Green Bay as well, right? That's a team that we did not give much credit to going into the game. We said they lost Kenny Clark. This is something we should be able to run into, and to their credit, they stopped us. So that's a kudos to Green Bay. But I said it in the pregame show today. People talk about the pass rush being the biggest concern, and we're going to talk about that a little bit. I think the biggest concern on this football team is the interior offensive line. And, man, how many times did I say in this game, I miss Frank Ragnow. I wish we had Frank Ragnow right here.
I miss both.
Hey, slide in those DMs, be like, hey, big head. Slide in those DMs.
Hey,
like, what you up to?
Yeah,
hey, bro.
I miss both, man.
I'm being serious. Like, give him a call. Like, offer him some money. You never know what could happen. Like, seriously, this was...
Man, that dude is fishing. He probably even watched the goddamn game. He probably somewhere in a boat. Probably fishing.
Frank Ragnow ain't coming back. Let's just get that mind.
No, he's not.
It's not happening. But
hey, like shoot or shoot. Like when you see that one baddie, you're like,
yeah.
She's talking to someone, but maybe I have a shot. Let me hit her DMs.
That man's in the middle of the ocean, probably middle of the lake, just fishing right now, man.
He has no cell service, right? He didn't
even watch the game. I probably didn't even watch the game, bro.
Hey, shoot or shoot, bro.
But this interior, I mean, like, we could talk about John Morton. We could talk about Jamison Williams getting the passing game involved. They need to get time for Jared Goff. They weren't doing that today. Jared Goff was under duress all game, and so it's hard to get these players involved. It's hard to get Jamison Williams involved. It's hard to get Amon-Ra St. Brown involved when you're not giving Jared Goff time. Every single time Jared Goff has to do the spin move, and to his credit, he got out of it a couple times. But, like, this is not the last year Lions where they had the clean pocket and, like, Jared Goff can make multiple reads. No, like, that was just not the case, and they had no run game to help him at all. The game was all on Jared Goff, and every time he had to go back and pass the ball, he was under duress. And Jared Goff throwing the ball 39 times, I would like to believe at least 20 plus of those where he was under duress, like legitimate duress. So it's hard for me to call out John Moore. Maybe you could say something about the scheming and the interior that they could do a better job, but I think it's on the players. And I'm going on the interior mainly right here. Like, they have to do a better job. And like you mentioned, Graham Glasgow, Tate Ratledge, rough game, rookie, first game, whatever. But that's a bad game for Tate Ratledge. I mean, I know you, like, he's a rookie. You want to be easy with him, but, like, he is thrown to the fire. He won the starting job. Like, he has expectations. He has to be better. Same with Christian Mahogany. Like, that whole interior as a whole has to play better, and the whole offensive line in general has to play better. But like especially the interior, man. The amount of pressures that they were generating, it's hard to do what you want to do if you're not keeping the pocket steady for Jared Goff, because you're not going to have it. That's why he's going to dump it to Jahmyr Gibbs sometimes, because it's the only play available, and he just wants something so he doesn't take a sack or just throw it away. So they have to get better, and that's the big thing I'm really looking at offensively. And if they could correct it to a certain extent, I think this will be fine. But that's the issue here. And the positive of all this, these are young guys and they are getting their feet wet. So hopefully, after playing the game, getting some experience, it's going to get better for guys like Tate Ratledge. But guys like Graham Glasgow, there's really no excuse for that. I mean, you've been in the NFL for 9 years now. Mahogany's still a young cat. So, there's still some promise there, but the interior was the thing that really shocked me. Like, it's not really John Morton. It's not Jamison Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, the passing game, or Jared Goff. It was really the interior and offensive line for me.
I got to go different routes here, man. I get it. Because they did play bad, but 6 points is just inexcusable. And I'm gonna be the guy to say it, man. I know Ben Johnson went to our rival, and everybody's like, "Oh, I hate Ben." Shit, Ben was here. We want to have scored 6 points, and that's just the facts. I don't care who's on our offensive line. We want to have scored 6 points if Ben Johnson was here. And this is the way Ben Johnson runs his offense. He makes a lot of mirror plays as far as plays that looks exactly like the same play, but it's gonna be something completely different. We haven't seen that once this game. Like, he'll have a run play that looks like a play action play that looks like a dance skipper play. We didn't see shit today. Not one trick play. We didn't do shit. The offensive line the offense itself was really dry. I mean, we got to call it what it is. Even though the offensive line, the interior, they didn't held up to the standard, but the play calling, the creativity is gone. We lost Ben Johnson. It's gone. We didn't see shit today. There was no creativity as far as anything that looks exactly the same to throw the defense off. And that's what we should do a lot with Ben Johnson. I know nobody don't want to say it, but shit, I miss Ben Johnson. That's just me.
Yeah, I mean, now if we go to the defense side of the ball, right? The first half was just bad. I mean, you got Hutch dropping into coverage, Davenport dropping into coverage. Yeah, bro,
that's communicative.
They got explosives off those. They got like explosive plays off those plays.
Those are third downs that happened on. By the way, both those plays are third downs, which they did convert on.
Bro, third down. Those are your money. Fucking rush the passer. What are you doing? Putting your best edge rusher and like that's just getting cute, man. Thank God he got away from that later as the game went on. He's like, all right, I'm never gonna call that shit again. He never called it again. But what are we doing here, man? What he thought he was gonna confuse, bro? You have a wide receiver running straight down. You have Hutch in coverage. That's impossible. Davenport. Those guys can't cover anyone. They're not cover guys.
They're jobs to get for the quarterback.
Yeah, they're just dropped in the zone. I mean, it's
dumb
like
though.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I'm glad he went away with it, but I mean, again, the new defensive coordinator.
Yeah, the coordinators, Shep, he adjusted. Morton just kept doing the same shit, and nothing really worked for him. He did not. I'm being serious. They didn't adjust offensively. And that's, bro. Dan Campbell said, like, just now, word for word. Let me get it for you. This is what he said. He said that they had deep plays called, but Green Bay kept stopping them, right? Okay, why aren't you adjusting? Why do you keep running the same shit over if it's not working?
That's the thing. Like, our offense is different. Why are we doing this shit? Just stick to the same shit Ben Johnson did. Stick to that offense. There was nothing. We got the best offense in the league. Why are we changing shit?
You have an offense over $400 million with the contracts they have to these players.
But why are we changing shit? Just use everything that we did last year, put a little wrinkles onto it, and then run that shit. Why are we? Oh, let's go deep this year. Let's
but they weren't able to even run the ball. Like, they tried to run the ball, they couldn't run it either. And that not like it wasn't like they went completely away from the run game and tried to go vertical the whole game. Like, they tried to run the ball, and they had their two-headed monsters. And credit to Green Bay, and they just stopped us, man. We could not get anything going on the ground at all.
They were just something different. Like how many times have you heard, oh, this lineman is eligible for a play? How many times have you heard that this game?
You didn't hear it at all today. You're right.
Zero. No, none. Zero. Like,
yeah, you're right. No,
different.
Yeah, but like how many times do you see a miscommunication between Graham Glasgow and Tate Ratledge? I feel like that's like just
A lot.
that's a
A
lot
lot.
of experience, you know.
A lot. I mean, between the offensive line and our play calling, it was a disaster. I think even if you fix the offensive line, I think the play calling is still going to be a disaster. I mean, they got to fix something. Something got to be fixed. I don't know why they changed it. We had a really great offense last year. Just keep that same formula, sprinkle some shit onto it, and then run it. Why are we doing different shit?
One thing too, the Lions just got dominated on both like sides of the line of scrimmage. Even the D line, I mean, they couldn't get any pressure, bro, unless they were blitzing. Hutch, his first game back from an injury. All these camp reports, Hutch rule this, the TA's impressing, the offense looks really good.
Cap.
Fuck.
I mean,
do
you see who Hutch was going against in this offensive line and that interior? I mean, I know he's probably going against Penei Sewell most of the time, but like, I mean, that offensive line was that was bad, man. That was really, really bad. It really gave me bad flashbacks.
I mean, look, bro, Hutch, whatever. I'm not worried about that player. Like, I think he'll figure it out. That's one guy that we shouldn't worry about. But Jack Campbell did not play well today in the running game or in coverage. That's a concern. You know, last year he showed like flashes, but he never really put it together. I mean, I don't know.
The running defense wasn't that bad to me.
It was great, honestly, until
until
Josh Jacobs got the touchdown. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
They were out of it at that point. I didn't really care, but I thought overall they were great all day today.
They were. I wasn't really worried about the running defense. Running defense played well.
Pressure's an issue.
Passing defense, getting pressure.
And then Terrion Arnold. By the way, update from Arnold. Dan Campbell doesn't know how severe his injury is, his groin injury. So, but Terrion Arnold did not play well today. He had that one nice PBU, but other than that, he got beat twice. One of them was a pick play, but he just didn't play well.
That was the Reed touchdown, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like those plays I would switch, but the Lions don't do that. They just run. Mel, you know what I mean by switch, right? You just switch. If there's a pick, you get him, I'll take him. But they didn't do that.
They do that to the most. They do that, but I just think they didn't.
They didn't communicate on that play.
No,
if they switched, they would have been fine.
Yeah,
and LaFleur saw that on tape, probably from last year or something. He's like, "Let's try this play," because he knew it was a man, and it was just a man beater.
Yeah, I mean, the first half, it looked like the game was over. Like, it looked like nothing was going right, either side of the ball. And to their credit, in the second half, the offense was still really, really bad, but the defense did adjust. Like, they kept them in the game. They left Green Bay at 17 for a really long time. Like, I don't think they scored at all in the third quarter. So they left them at 17 for a while. They gave the offense many opportunities to go up, give them opportunities to get back in this game, but they were just not doing, they were not taking advantage of that. So, yeah, I agree with you, Malcolm. The run defense is still really good to me. I think they could still stop the run, which is really good because this is a good running team. Josh Jacobs has been great this year, or he was great for them last year. And I thought they shut him down. And that was their plan, was to shut down Josh Jacobs. But it's like you guys said, and it's kind of, I hate to keep going back to it, but it's the problem that a lot of people are harping on all offseason is the pass rush. And it feels like they just did not address it all offseason. And I think to surprise of little, it was an issue today. Like they were not able to get to the quarterback. Jordan Reed had a lot of plays where he was able to sit in that pocket and make multiple reads and absolutely torch us. And you saw that today, man. Like Aiden Hutchinson is a great player. We all know that, and he's going to get better than what we saw today. But sometimes you need more than just one guy. Like Davenport's fine. He's a good player when he's healthy. But like after that, man, who are these guys? Al-Quddin Muhammad, Pat O'Connor. And Pat O'Connor made a nice play today. But like we need more than that. When you're trying to win a Super Bowl, we say you have to win on both sides of the trenches. You need depth. You need depth on pass rushers. And that's just something they just frankly don't have right now. And it feels like they didn't address it this offseason at all.
Yeah, I mean,
and like the Packers' weakness is that secondary. We talked about it, and they didn't even like. I'm just speechless, man. I didn't like the game plan on offense, and I hate how he stuck with it. Credit to Shap, he changed the game plan, but man, and let's talk about special teams. Dave Phipps' unit. That unit is always flawless. Today, it was really bad, really bad.
That was weird because that's just something we haven't seen out of that special teams unit at all since Phipp has taken over. I don't know. I don't know what was going on there, man. It was, penalties and just unnecessary stuff, man. And it was an issue in the preseason a little bit, and I was hoping it wouldn't transit to this regular season, but the special teams it was really rough today, really really rough.
I'm not worried about special teams, man. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I think
they can only control so much of the game.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think that's like the least of my worries right now is like, oh, the issues with the Lions and special teams.
Obviously not.
I'm not worried, really too worried about that.
But it wasn't good. But like everything was bad from head to toe today,
bro. Like all three phases were outcoached. Like especially Morton got outcoached big time, and Shep got outcoached in the beginning of the game. He got better as the game went on, but I'm hoping it's just first game jitters, first game whatever. Get it out the way. But man, it's a division opponent, and the schedule is not going to get easier. This is the toughest schedule you have, so you have to clean this shit up. That and Goff said we need more urgency. Like we can't start off like that next week. He just said it.
Not. Yeah, absolutely not.
So,
I mean, it's something that they weren't really in situations last year. They didn't really have to come back from a lot last year, and they were sometimes. Like I remember the game in Minnesota specifically. Like they got off to a rough start and then they had to come back, and that was all fine. But like that, for the most part of the 2024 Lions, that was not something they had to do very much. Was come back. And like you said, I think they got out coached in every aspect, from the offense to the defense, special teams. Even Dan Campbell, to a certain extent, a little bit, right? There was that play at the end of the first half. It was third down. I wish he called a timeout, man. Give the offensive maybe a chance. Maybe you squeeze something out of there. It just feels like everything was off today from every aspect. The players, coaching, it was really bad. But the positive is, it is week one. It is still week one. There is still 16 more of these to go. So there's still a lot of time to correct it. And week one is ugly football, man. It's always going to be ugly. Whatever way you look at it. Even last year, like when you compare game 17 to game 1, it's night and day of what the team looks like and how it's going to look. And that's for every NFL team every single year. So that's the positive. It's still very early. It's still very correctable. But it has to get corrected very, very soon.
Thank God. No, there's hope. There's hope. I mean, yeah, you said it, man. So, it is a long season. A lot of weird shit happens week one all the time. A lot of weird shit happens. And there's a lot of teams that make adjustments. And hopefully, like I said, it's just rust. Hopefully, it's just rust for us and we are able to bounce back and play some, good football going forward. But that's not this running game shit did bother me. Like, This was bad as far as that running, the whole interior line running game play. It was just, I don't know.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, like any way you look at the game itself, if you're just judging off this game, you're not going to find many positives, right?
No,
but
you're not.
We know these guys are good players, man. We've seen it. Like it's not like we're just relying on randoms, right? Like this is still one of the most talented teams in the NFL for a reason. There's still a reason why people have big expectations from the Detroit Lions. Like, this is still a very, very talented team from head to toe. They have a lot of superstars. So it's like they have time to correct this, man. And hopefully this is something that we look back at in a couple of weeks and we just laugh at. Say, hey, man, you remember that week one start? That was bad, wasn't it? But look at us now. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah. Like you mentioned, they have all these stars. But can we talk about Isaac Tesla's catch?
Oh, that was beautiful, man.
That's pretty nice.
That's like the only positive from the offense I got. Also, I think they were 0 for 3 in the red zone in terms of touchdowns, or they settled for field goals. And I think one time they threw a pick, which is Goff's first pick in the red zone. He didn't throw one last year.
Yeah,
I think since 2023. Yeah, so it's your best players. Your best players did not play their best game. Sewell and Aiden Hutchinson did not play well today. Hutch did not get a single, and I mean, Sewell got his ass kicked today, if we're being honest.
Yeah. I mean, that pick came from pressure from Micah Parsons.
Yeah, Sewell, I'm not worried about that player, even Hutch, but like, when your best players play bad, and then like your solid players play bad, and your depth plays bad, it's all trickled down, Sometimes you need like a really good player to get you that spark. And it seems like they had to have the branch, but then Rockison held and they got called back or whatever. So nothing really went right today. But again, the season's not over. But there's a lot of shit to fix, and you guys find a ways to get a win, man. Because I don't think this is all fixable in 1 week. Just the issues they have, but you just got to find ways to win every week. Like I don't think they go into next week and fix all their issues right away. It don't work like that.
Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. No. You know, something that's positive here that you did mention though, that it doesn't look great now, but they were able to have long drives and able to get in the red zone. It's just they weren't able to cash in. Like I feel like that's fixable. Like that's one thing that you could fix it. Like they still had those long 7-minute, 8-minute drives that we're used to seeing by the Lions. They just weren't able to cash in. Like if you look at the time possession, you'd be surprised. The Lions had the ball more than 11 minutes in the Green Bay Packers. They owned the ball for 35 minutes of this game, and the Packers only had it for 24 minutes of the game. They just were not able to cash in. And like you said, turnover in the red zone, having to settle for field goals. Like, yes, you have to eventually get 7, but like they were still able to have long drives. Like it wasn't like they weren't having long drives. They were going 3 and out, turnover. Like they just weren't able to cash in. And that's obviously something you have to fix, but it's not something that they're not capable of.
I mean, it's kind of inflated, man. To be honest with you, that number is kind of inflated because most of those plays were dump offs and check downs, and most of the plays were dump offs and check downs.
When would you say Malcolm? When would you say the game was over? The game was over to me was like right before Josh Jacobs got the touchdown. That drive is where I kind of felt the game was over. So that was like late third quarter.
When they went up 3 possessions, for me, that's when I feel like. When I knew that we weren't scoring and they went up 3 possessions, I was like, all right, it's over.
To me, it felt like after that pick got called back, like it wasn't a pick. It just kind of
the like branch one.
To me, kind of felt like it was sort of over there. I was
but it wasn't like, but it wasn't over at that point though. Like
the reason why I say that because the play before Anzalone drops a pick, like just nothing really went right. And like
nothing was going their way.
This is that type of game this week, I guess, but got to clean it up. Home opener versus Chicago next week. Ben's coming back to town. So we'll see.
Like absolutely, but they were in the game longer than they could have been. Like after that first half, it felt like this game was gonna be over by that time. And to their credit, to the defense at least, they were able to keep them in the game, get some stops, and give the offense some chances. They were able to get in the red zone, but like just not able to cash in. So that's something that obviously have to fix is the red zone offense, because that's something that they've been very, very good at, especially last year was the red zone offense. Like whenever they got there, it felt like you said, like Gibbs or Monty betting felt like an automatic touchdown every time he got in the red zone. Like that was an automatic. And today it was obviously just not that case. But yeah, I mean, like I said, there's 16 more of these still to go, and it's too hard to judge off just week 1, man. I have to see a little more of a sample size before I go full panic mode or full credit mode. Like you got to see, I think, at least 1 month of the NFL season.
Yeah, definitely not a full panic mode. Actually, I got a question, man, because it's something that I actually been thinking about a lot this offseason. We haven't got together a lot this offseason. So now we have time. Maybe you guys can answer this question. Why the hell the Lions didn't sign Darius Smith?
Did you
maybe one of you guys can answer this? I don't have an answer. What happened?
My understanding is he probably wants to start, and they're not paying him more than they're paying Marcus Davenport. Marcus Davenport is a starter. That's what I mean. He don't want to go through camp and all that, whatever. But I think that's what it is. He asked for a lot, and Philly gave him the money he wanted. The Lions weren't giving what he wanted.
Is Marcus Davenport better than Darius Smith?
They think so.
I'm going to be frank with you. I was a little disappointed by it. Like I wasn't like full like, oh yeah, what the hell we're doing. But I had the expectation pretty much all off season, or not all off season. Like once after free agency in the draft, I had the expectation that he was going to be back at some point because, like I said earlier, man, this team just needs some guys, man. They need depth. Like they need guys they can rely on. And outside of Hutchinson, it's like I don't really trust these guys. And I think Davenport's fine, so I'll throw him in that category. But after that, I don't really trust these guys after, those two guys. Like Pascal, Mr. IR has already hurt himself, right? Like he's hurt. And when he's out there, he's whatever, right? He's fine.
Yeah, below average. You can say it.
Yeah, whatever. Like they need some guys out there. And I feel like, Zadarius was a guy. He was fine. I think he would have been better with the Lions this year with being alongside Aiden Hutchinson, outside of just him having to be the main guy. So yeah, I was disappointed by Philly going out there and getting him because I always was under the assumption or, the hope that he was going to be back. And, the contract for Philly, he didn't get multi-years. It's an incentive-based contract. I just don't see why you weren't one of the teams to give him that type of contract in your certain situation. Like I said, it's not the make or break of like whatever, but he could have helped. And I think he would have been a nice addition to this Lions defense.
Absolutely. It is what it is. I think they'll add someone. Clowney, Glosson, someone's out there. You got to add someone after. It just feels like Green Bay has a good O-line, but man, like we talked about some weaknesses on the preview with the Packers guys, and they were also concerned about some guys on their O-line, and the line just didn't do enough in terms of pressure. I don't know how many pressures they had, like when they rushed
I can't wait to see that number. I can't wait to see that number. It does look like it was a lot.
Man, I got to turn on that all 22. I said this. I got to watch those route concepts and see what the hell they were doing.
I just don't understand. Like you watched last year, and that was one of the most glaring issues of the Lions team, right? Is the pass rush. And I know it's after Hutch, so it's hard to judge, and you're getting that guy back, and that obviously helps a lot. But like outside of Hutchinson, they didn't get a single pass rusher. They lost to Darius Smith, and they came up net -1. They didn't bring anyone. They brought back Davenport and Pascal still under contract, and they let Zadarius Smith walk. And then their draft pick that they had, I mean, he got hurt, and he's going to be back at some point, but he was waived too. So your net minus and edge rushers of additions is -1. You didn't bring anyone.
Well, the way you look at it is like you basically brought Hutch back, right? That's kind of in Davenport. Those guys are hurt. That's how they look at it, but they didn't play well today. Those two guys didn't play well today in terms of pass rush. I mean, we'll see next week. We'll see next week what happens. Hopefully, it's just one of those games where, like, I mean, we'll just see. I don't know. The Lions playmakers didn't make plays today. That's the bottom line of it. And the Packers playmakers made plays, and their average players made plays, and they didn't make mistakes like we did. And that's how you win and lose football games, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just mind-boggling because, like, that's the one thing I kind of criticize on Brad Holmes. I think he's done a phenomenal job here, obviously, but like, man, that's just like I feel like he's just almost ignoring it just to piss us off at this point. Why don't you just bring up someone, man? Someone.
Like that, but it is what it is, bro.
Yeah, I mean, Z would have been fine. I think Judon would have been fine. He goes to Miami. I mean, maybe like you said, there's still Jadeveon Clowney out there like that. Like they didn't need someone. They just need some help. I'm not asking for I'm not asking for a superstar. I'm not asking to go out and get the TJ Watt or Miles Garrett.
Just somebody.
Give me a reliable guy out there because they just don't have that right now outside of the two guys they have right now outside of Davenport and Hutch.
If they could get somebody on the opposite side of Hutch that could get at least 5 or 6 sacks, I'll be happy.
Exactly. That's all I'm asking for. And that's what I think Zeke could have done if he was here.
You could have probably got more.
Yeah.
And credit to the Packers, man. They kicked our ass.
Fuck the Packers. Fuck the
Packers. Yeah, I'm with you there, but we'll see them again later this year. But credit to them. They literally kicked our ass.
There ain't no credit to them. Fuck them.
I mean, bro.
Yeah, fuck the Packers. I'm saying right. I'm always going to say it. Win, lose, or draw. Fuck the Packers.
They got the ugliest unis, but they kicked our ass today, man.
I don't care. Do not care. It's always going to be FTP.
All right. Yeah. You guys want to do Oopsie Doopsie and Baller of the Week and head out of here?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sure.
All right. Here, I'll give you some time to think because I feel like it's going to be.
I have one and only one, and it's the only one that I think kind of deserves it.
I'm going to give you the honor. So, who's the Baller of the Week, Pierre?
Isaac Tesla with that catch. That's it.
That's fair.
Wait. Isaac Tesla?
You would hate my Baller of the Week more, Malcolm. I know it's not my segment, but you would hate mine more than Pierre's.
But did Isaac Tesla only have one catch? One catch and one tutty?
Yep.
He was the best person on the field today?
No, I mean, in terms of the one that stood out, Sam Laporta. Like, what do you want me to do here? Those two, that's it. Yeah. Who else was it? I
thought Laporta was solid.
Yeah, who else would it be? Who else would it be, bro?
Yeah, no.
I mean,
I would probably give it to Laporta, like, overall as a game, but Tesla deserves after the catch.
Tesla he has the play today. But to say that he's the baller of the week for a one catch,
who are you giving it to, Malcolm?
One tutty?
Laporta?
It probably has to be Laporta, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
All right, I'll give it to Laporta.
Guys, you gotta look at it this way. We're giving the ball of the week to somebody who had one catch 13 yards, and 1 touchdown.
It was that type of game,
That's
Malcolm.
not bad. I mean, that just shows that this was a horrible offensive game.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Defensively as well, yes.
Yeah, you know, there's
My
just
goodness.
sometimes like last year, you guys told me to give oopsie of the week. I had to think of some absurd thing. Like there wasn't many,
Because
but today
wasn't-
was the opposite.
Guess what? You have a hell of a choice today. You have a lot. You have a
You
lot.
know,
You can go
I-
offensive coordinator. You can go the whole interior line. You can pick a guy on the interior line. You have a whole choice here, man.
I think Tyler's is pretty simple, but I want you to pick
It's
yours.
simple, man. You could go that.
I think I know who I would go with.
The play he dropped Hutch in coverage on third down. Shit.
No, I think.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's the biggest glaring issue that this game to me was the interior offensive line. I'm going to do with the guy who's snapping the ball, and I'm going to go with Graham Glasgow.
God damn it.
I mean, I think you could go Tate Ratledge, Christian Mahogany, whoever you could flip a coin.
I personally would have said Dan Campbell. They looked unprepared on all three phases. Yeah, he's the head coach.
Heads, it's
all three phases were trash.
Heads, it's Graham Glasgow. Tails, it's Tate Ratledge.
There we go.
Head, sorry, Graham Glasgow, buddy. You are the oopsie doopsie of the week.
This is so sad, bro.
I know it's not my segment, but baller of the week is Frank Ragnow. That guy is a baller. He didn't even play today. He is just such a good football player, and I missed him so much. I mentioned his name more than the game.
Man, enough of
He's the baller of the week because Frank Ragnow.
No, we're not doing this.
Yeah, he can't be baller of the week. He's not even on the team.
That's like saying Ben Johnson is baller of the week. Like, what are you doing here?
Ben Johnson would be baller of the week. Yeah, you can
you could turn
you know
that way
what?
too.
Oh, God damn it. This
Fuck
is
this.
bad.
Let's just end this, bro. Come on.
This is
I gotta
bad.
go.
This is bad.
I got to go, man.
Yeah, this is some bad shit. Pierre has to go. You giving baller of the week to guys who's not even fucking here. God damn it. The Lions lose the Packers. Now I'm gonna have to hear all week. Oh, what happened to your Lions? What happened to your Lions?
yeah,
I already have people text me right now. What happened to your Lions?
I'm on D&D.
I hate this shit. I hate this shit.
That's gonna be a rough week, fellas. This is gonna be a rough
week.
one.
Yo, everybody, put your phone on Do Not Disturb, man.
It's been on this since the game.
They're gonna text you. Everybody gonna text you like you the fucking head coach. Oh, what happened to your line? Like they want an explanation.
What do you do in person? What do you just walk away?
I mean, I don't know, man. Say I'm not the fucking coach, man. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Like why do people do that?
Yeah. I don't know. All right.
I hate it.
We're gonna end the episode there. We're gonna kick the Bears' ass next week. We're gonna make a statement game, and everything's gonna be okay, guys. Everything's gonna be okay.
If we go 0-2 in this division, man, I'm about to. Anything gonna be good.
Let's just end this, bro.
We're gonna win next week. All right. Hope you guys all enjoyed. We'll see you guys for a pregame show later in the week, and that's all I got for you guys. Peace.
All right, guys, I'm out. I'll see you later in the week. Peace.
All right, y'all. It's your boy Malcolm, and I'm out. Peace.